Good morning, children. We should start our day with a smile. So, students, today we are going to continue learning our lesson number 1, that is the living world adaptations and classifications. In our previous lecture, we had learnt about adaptations in animals. We have seen adaptation in forest and grassland animals, adaptation in desert animals, and adaptation in animals of snowy region. Now, moving further, we will be learning more adaptations in animals. So, adaptation in aerial animals. First of all, students, we had learned what does aerial animal means. Can you recall? Aerial animals are those which can fly, soar or glide easily in the air are known as aerial animals. An example was birds. Birds fly, soar high in the sky. So, what helps them to soar, fly high in the sky? Let's see. The spindle-shaped body of birds also minimizes the resistance of air while flying. So students, how is the body of birds? It's spindle-shaped. That means having a circular cross section and tapering towards both the ends. At both the ends, the body shape tapers, which helps the bird to minimizes the resistance of air while flying. Due to its spindle-shaped body, it can fly in the sky. And also, with hollow bones, a body covering of feathers and modification of forelegs into wings. Their body is light in weight and adapted for flying. Their bones are hollow. And what does hollow means? It means the bones are empty from inside, having a hole or empty space inside. Covering of body with feathers and modification of forelegs into wings. What are forelegs, students? Forelegs are nothing but the legs which are front. The front legs are the forelegs and the forelegs are modified into wings in birds. Their body is light in weight, hence it is adapted for flying. So students, the bird's body are adapted in various forms for flying. Let's revise it once again. What all adaptations helps the bird to fly in the sky? First, its spindle-shaped body, which minimizes the resistance of air while flying. Then, the hollow bones and the body covered with feathers. And also, the forelegs modified into wings. This all adaptations helps the bird to fly, soar high in the sky. Now students, we all know not only birds but also some of the insects fly. They also have wings. So, what are the adaptations in an insect to fly? Let's see. The body of insects also is light in weight and tapers at both ends. That means the body of insect is also of spindle shape, which tapers at both the ends. They can fly with 2 pairs of wings. They also have pair of wing and also walk with 6 stick-like legs. The legs are stick-like, like a stick, and they have 6 legs. Hence, insects can also fly. Now, bats can fly with the help of the patagium, a thin fold of skin between their forelegs and hind legs. What is patagium, students? Patagium is a membrane or fold of skin between the forelimbs and hind limbs on each side of a bat. With the help of patagium, bats also fly, and bat is a mammal. Students, here you can see the picture of a bat with a patagium. Our next adaptation in animals is adaptation in reptiles. So, animals like house lizard, garden lizard, crocodile use their muscles for creeping. What does creeping means? Creeping means to move along with the body prone and close to the ground. So students, have you ever watched animals like house lizard, garden lizard, crocodiles? They creep. Similarly, they show adaptations in skin, soles of feet, body color, etc. For example, the house lizard and monitor lizards have clawed toes and thin soles, whereas snakes have a scaly skin. So students, in various reptiles, there are various adaptations. So, some reptiles show adaptations in their skin. Some have scaly skins, some do not have. Their adaptation is also in soles of feet. For example, a tortoise. A tortoise or a turtle uses its feet for swimming in water. And also, some shows adaptations in body color. For example, when we take an example of chameleon, which is a reptile, it can changes its body color according to their surrounding. So this is also one type of adaptation, students. Now, the house lizard and monitor lizards have clawed toes and thin soles. And what it means, clawed toes? Clawed toes are having a curved, pointed, horny nails on each digit. They have horny nails. Their nails are very sharp, pointed, and the soles are thin. Whereas in snakes, they have a scaly skin. That means the body is covered with scales. Students, in this picture, you can see a house lizard, garden lizard, and a crocodile. Both creep, and all them have a clawed toes. That is, they have pointed nails, sharp nails on each digit. Moving to the next adaptation, that is adaptation for food in animals. Students, we can categorize animals as herbivores and carnivores. And we all know very well, student, we have learned both the terms. What does herbivores means and what are carnivorous animals? Herbivorous animals are those animals which feeds on plants, grass and trees. In short, they are vegetarian animals. And carnivorous animals that feeds on flesh, that eats meat, flesh, like lion, tiger, cheetah are included in carnivorous animals. And examples of herbivorous animals are goat, sheep, giraffe, deer, etc. So, special adaptations are seen in each category to make the process of feeding easy. Let's see the adaptations of sharp teeth. Which animals would be having sharp teeth, students? Animals like lion and tiger, because they feed on flesh. They tear the flesh, they tear the meat, and then they eat. So, animals having sharp teeth use their teeth to tear the flesh, and the examples are lion and tiger. Next is long and pointed beak. Students, we come to know that it's a pointed beak, so the adaptation will be in birds because birds have beak. So, why bird will have such a long and pointed beak? For what purpose? For hunting purpose. And the example of long and pointed beak birds are heron and egret, which uses its long and sharp beak for hunting. Next is short beak. Which birds have short beak? Birds like sparrow, pigeons have a short beak. And for what purpose it is? It is for to crack nuts and seeds. They eat seeds. So they require a short beak. Now next adaptation is long and sticky tongue. Which reptile, which animal have long and sticky tongue? It is a chameleon. And for what purpose it is? To catch its prey from a long distance. Have you ever seen a chameleon, students? Do you know how it looks? And what's the special character of it? It can changes its color according to its surroundings. Wherever it sits, it takes the color of that. It changes the color. So students, this is the picture of chameleon. It has a long and sticky tongue to catch its prey. The insect, small insect, when it sits on the tongue, it gets stick to it and the chameleon engulf the prey. Fourth adaptation is long neck. We can see students, animals with a long neck, and the example of a long neck animal is giraffe. A giraffe has a long neck. Why such adaptation has taken place? Because it helps them to reach their favorite food. It can eat plants that grows taller. So hence giraffe's body has adapted into a long neck. Moving to the last adaptation that is found in animals. It is adaptation for blending with their surroundings. What does blending means? The action of mixing or combining things together. Some of the animals combine with their surroundings. They changes its color according to its surroundings. Let's see. We cannot easily spot colorful butterflies, lizards and grasshoppers. They get camouflaged amidst grasses, parts of plants like stem, leaves, flowers, etc. That is because their colors blend with those of their surroundings. Students, we cannot see easily butterflies or a grasshopper sitting on a grass because it have a special adaptation which is known as camouflage. That means the act of changing color according to the surroundings. What is camouflage, students? In simple words, camouflage means an act of blending or mixing with the surrounding. So, insects like butterflies, reptiles like lizards, and insect like grasshoppers, some of the animals have the property of camouflage that it mixes with its surroundings. It changes its color to protect or to hide themselves from their predators. So students, we have learned adaptation. What does adaptation means? And also adaptation in plants and adaptation in animals. So let's conclude once again the meaning of adaptation. Changes that take place in the various organs and life processes of organisms that enable them to live, feed, reproduce, to perpetuate themselves and protect themselves from their enemies in specific surroundings depending upon the habitat and its geographical conditions are called adaptations. So students, we have seen various adaptation in plants which help them to float on water. Some plants have adapted themselves to survive in desert conditions. Just now we have seen Some animals changes their color, they blend with their surroundings to hide themselves from the predators. We have seen adaptation in snowy regions, adaptation in desert regions, and so on. So, changes that take place in the various organisms for its survival is called adaptation in short. So, students, in our next lecture, we will be learning about classification of living organisms, why there is the need to classify living organisms, and also what are the criteria used to classify living organisms. Till then, students, get your concepts more clear about adaptation by seeing the video attentively. Thank you so much, students, for your attention. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day.